Good morning, guys, and happy eighth grade meeting day. It's Friday. Oh my God, spring break's almost here. So in case you don't know me, I'm Tidwell, and we all start somewhere. These are actually some pictures of me when I was your age, and way back then in the good old days, I used to be something that was commonly referred to as an emo kid. And so I wore a lot of black. I rarely smiled, and it was just like, you know, it was just like the cool thing to do, I guess. But I I think that I just struggled a little bit because I felt like I really didn't have the confidence to do or be anything other than somebody who was too cool to do anything outside of, sitting around glaring at people. Um, Also, for those of you that do know me, this is actually a picture of my brother. He was super popular. He was always involved in something. He was very good at sports. And again, I just felt like I was never really that good at anything. And so it was really difficult for me to try to live up to him and what he was good at. Um, this person right here is actually my husband, Mr. Tidwell. Um, Him and my brother used to be best friends. I mean, they still are best friends, but they were friends before he and I met each other. All right, so because my brother Joseph was always good at everything that he did, I eventually realized, you know what, like I want to be good at something too. And so show choir auditions came up. And I knew I was a good singer, but show choir was a little bit more than singing. It was about singing and dancing. It's very much like Broadway. If you've ever seen Pitch Perfect, that's what show choir is. And so I went to show choir auditions, and as I was sitting there waiting to be called in, I just felt like I'm too shy for this. I was constantly told by teachers that I was too passive, that I just let things kind of pass me by. Um, I was a follower. I wasn't a leader. I didn't know really what I was getting myself into. I even had a teacher who told me that I danced like a horse. And so it wasn't always positive reinforcement. And so I did get into choir, but I was actually told that they wanted me to sing, but they didn't want me to dance. And so this is me still dressed in black, of course. But I ended up being one of the stage hands, and that wasn't what I wanted to do. Um, and when I tried out the second time, because I really wanted to be a performer, um, I actually didn't make it. And I remember being so devastated by that news that, very much like this young girl here in the photo, I sat in the bathroom stall and I cried. However, that same teacher who told me that I danced like a horse, that I was never going to be good enough, that same teacher, she was actually the one who inspired me to fight back, to learn what it meant to believe in yourself. And she told me, and I'll never forget this, if you don't believe it or believe in yourself, neither will they. And I think that that's very telling of a performer, that if you don't believe that you are that character, neither will the audience. And even though that's for a character, I think that that's something that's really important to remember for life as well. If you don't believe in yourself, neither will anybody else. So here I made all state, and so I got to perform at an all state competition. We developed some really close friendships, and we performed in various states, won all kinds of awards, and it was fantastic. All right, so we're going to pause the video for just a moment. Advisors, why is courage, self-confidence, and leadership so important? Thank you for sharing out, you guys. So, why is self-esteem important? Self-esteem is crucial in life as it is one of the determinants of success or failure. It is very important because it influences a person's life choices and plays a significant role in motivation. On the other hand, having a low self-esteem might hold you back from achieving your goals and hinder you from maximizing your potential. There are three types of self-esteem. First, there's low self-esteem. People who have low self-esteem often think of themselves as below average. They don't believe in themselves. They don't trust their abilities. This creates self-doubt. And unfortunately, they even have a tendency to go to unbelievable lengths to please the wrong type of people. Some effects of low self-esteem are poor relationships, poor choices, depression, and anxiety. However, an inflated self-esteem can be just as bad. Those who have inflated self-esteem tend to think of themselves as better than others. They're often ready to underestimate others. They struggle to form meaningful and healthy relationships. They're sometimes willing to hurt others in order to achieve success or happiness. They tend to avoid self-responsibility and try to hide their struggles. They never want anybody to see them being a normal person. And the reason for that is because they fear rejection and failure. However, right smack dab in the middle is high self-esteem. People who have high self-esteem tend to love and accept themselves. They have confidence in themselves and their abilities. The benefits of high self-esteem are being able to be yourself without the fear of being judged, readiness to accept new challenges, and you're not always searching for approval from others. So, some ways to demonstrate courage, self-confidence, and leadership. Raise your hand in class. Okay, even if you're unsure, even if there's even the slightest possibility that you might have the wrong answer, you are still helping to show other people, like, hey, I trust in myself that even if I get this wrong, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. And honestly, nobody's going to remember by the end of the day anyway. Emphasize your strengths. If there's something you're good at, pursue it. Lead or fully participate in a club. Take on morning meeting. There are so many opportunities to do morning meeting. Take risks. Share ideas with teachers and classmates. Do things that make you step outside of your comfort zone. Talk to the new kid. Introduce yourself. And most importantly, ignore the haters. Who cares what they think? They suck. All right. Still want help? Don't believe me? Ask one of your local SLC or Student Leadership Council members what you can do to get more involved. So here are some pictures of them. Hopefully you recognize a couple of faces, even though we don't have masks on like normal. But we're Student Leadership Council. We're here to help support you and to help you break out of that comfort zone and that kind of shell that you might be stuck in. That was morning meeting. Thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic day.